So he's got to keep me busy with the jab. As I blink, I open my eyes, and he's got a 90-degree angle. So the left goes to 1 or 2, depending on how deep an angle you need to cut on the person where they are. Will's in front of me, his left is going to take that step. I'm going to follow up, cross through. Okay, I'm going to pull my jab after each round. 3 jabs and steps. I go jab, off through. For the jag step, or the step, what do you call it? So 3 would be 90 degrees, or would be a slight back tap. Do you want to see him again? You got him. Good. Got him? Go! Thank you, sir. So, start with the lead foot at 12. As he jabs, I jab him back. His rear foot goes to 5. I throw my cross, and he wants to kind of draw the cross out by shifting his weight to that rear foot and leaning so that I overcommit like that. Perfect, and fall into his next punch. So, the idea is if he's over there and I haven't moved my feet to readjust, I'm going to start reaching. If he can draw me a little bit further now, all my weight's on my lead leg, I can't pull my head out of range for a big cross. So kind of back and draw him a little bit. Jab, I jab him back, foot across, cross across. Some of you going back in a straight line, there's nothing wrong with going back in a straight line. He gives me the jab, he moves his right leg back and shoulder rolls. But he's missing out on messing up my stance because I'm in a good position to punch him here, aren't I? So he does it again. So I'm in a great position to still hit him. And even if he rocks backwards a little bit, I'm okay. If he takes that step to the 5, I've twisted my whole body up and I've thrown myself off balance trying to reach him by committing all my body weight to this side of my stance. So that's why you want to go to the 5 rather than straight back again. So I'm trying to get him over here and it's just so hard for me to recover. So drift off towards the 5, not the 6. 6 is something else, going to the 5. Off go! Will's foot starts on the 12, directly between my feet, and he's going to step in and jab into that spot, or he can step in double jab. Sometimes you can move your rear foot up if you want, or sometimes you can just keep your rear foot as an anchor to pull you back out of distance. If you move both feet in, you're kind of committed, because you've moved both feet in. If you keep your back foot back, you can double jab and then pull yourself out. So single jab, and then double, and then just be out of range from that counter. Single jab, step in, double jab, and then back out of range. Foot's directly stepping forward to the 12 o'clock. Off you go. Thank you, sir. The danger, stepping straight forward, is obviously your head's on center line. So if Will just does a normal jab and he steps straight forward, there is an opportunity for me to counter him at the same time, especially if I can get my head off of line as I hit it. So Will's going to make sure he moves his head off the center line as he steps forward, and then double it. Be very careful of making your head a bigger target by turning it sideways. Your head is designed to allow punches to slide off a bit. Especially if you've got bald head, because it just slides off with sweat. But if you jab and you turn your head sideways, you're actually making your face flatter and more likely to get knocked out. So while you move your head off of line, your face still is looking forward, it's not doing that. Okay? So your face still looks straight at the target and double it. And that also brings your shoulder in to cover your head. Single, double. Off you go, with your partner, please. My head. So we're going to work around the clock. So we're going to go 1 or 2 o'clock now. And the reason why it's 1 or 2 depends on your partner and how far they need to step. This is called some people call it a giga step or a jag step. I don't know what you call it, but it's a lead step off of your jab. So instead of going straight now at 12, like we did previously, we're going to take a step to about 1 as we jab. Then the rear leg's going to pivot up, and then we have the dominant angle of attack. So his foot starts on 12, directly between my legs, and he steps it to 1 as he jabs. Now he pivots, cross hook, to forward, go back. The reason why he has to jab and pivot is if he just goes step, I'll be watching him and go, oh, and hit him at that point. Why is he doing this or cross it? So he's got to keep me busy with the jab. As I blink, I open my eyes, and he's got a 90-degree angle. So the left goes to 1 or 2, depending on how deep an angle you need to cut on the person where they are. Will's in front of me, his left is going to take that step. I'm going to follow up, cross through. Okay, I'm going to pull my jab after each round. 3 jabs and steps. I'll go jab, off through. For the jag step, or the step, what do you call it? Maybe cross step. This is really difficult to do perfectly upright. So if I try and do it against Will and I'm upright, it does feel really weird and stupid and over. What you need to do is as you jab, you need to dip a little bit. So my head moves to the right, and I change levels a little bit, then pivot up. So Will does it. Little bend in the knees just makes it feel a bit more stable and a bit more comfortable. Pivot up. Cross it, okay? So don't do it perfectly upright. That is a bit weird. Little crunch as you go. Butt out, hips up. Cross hook. Off you go. Butt out. Yeah. I must be tired, not having enough caffeine. Okay, so second partner, again, start with your lead foot pointing at 12. As you take the step, you need to keep me busy and make me blink. Jab. It's very difficult for you to go back, please. Just step back and walk into a kick or walk into a punch. You've got to engage me, keep me blinking, guessing, so that I flinch for a split second. As he turns, I'm going to turn into the next two shots. He wants to end up at a 90-degree angle, so if you look, his foot's down and straight line here. So he's going to go step and jab. Pivot, 19. Cross. Off you go. Thank you. Okay, next number. So 3 and 4 are very similar, depending on what the distances between us, the length of those arms, and where he wants to place his feet. So we're just going to go with a jab. I'm going to jab him back and he's going to step to 3. So his rear foot comes up to 3 o'clock, which is almost parallel, and then he's going to turn to cross. So he goes 1 step, cross. So he gives me the jab, I'll jab him back, he steps to 3, cross hook, rear leg, he's on lead foot in front, rear foot goes to 3, rotate your body again. Okay, you also have the option of going to 4, which is called a bank step, where my right foot goes instead of lateral like that, so I'm perpendicular to him, a little bit out to the side, it's not to 5, and I bounce off that and then punch. That's called a bank step, where you slip the jab, you bounce off your right foot and you punch. So 3 and 4, very similar, slightly different angles. So 3 would be 90 degrees, back. 4 would be a slight back tap. Do you want to see him again? You got him. Good. Got him? Go! Thank you, sir. Okay, thank you. So we'll start from lead foot between my feet at the 12. He gives me the jab, and you can do the 12 step as well, so you can step into that space. Wait for it. I'm going to return the jab. So unless he's throwing his jab back at the same time, he just wants to keep that left hand beside his head. So he goes, keep the hand up, and then cross over the top of my returning jab. So ideally, he wants to hit on the return. As his hand returns back, he's punching over the top of it. He doesn't want to give you the chance to get his hand back, and then he has to change angles with his attack. So you can hold the pads like this. He gives me the jab. I jab him back, and see how he should be punched over the top of that pad? Yes. So it's almost like he's sliding over the top or cutting across the top of that. Nice. Okay, or he can bounce out what you can't, man. Right foot moves to 4, bounce off your foot, and then return. Off you go. Be careful with your legs, please. Come in so you can see it, guys. Right, so next number is 5. So I'll do it first. I'm going to start my foot 12, I'm going to step in and jab. I'm going to then move to 5 o'clock. And 5 o'clock's great for shoulder rolling. So when Will throws his cross, I'm as far away as I can be from this cross. Because not only am I not directly in front of it, but I've moved slightly to my right. His right hand has to travel further to reach me, and I'm right on the end of it, which opens him up to counters. You can go straight back over here with it, but I'm slightly closer, and I definitely don't want the shoulder roll going that way. Okay? So I'm moving away from this cross, giving myself maximum time to deal with it. So Will's going to go with a jab. I'm going to jab him back, he's going to shoulder roll away. Your foot, yeah, okay. And turn your foot as well. Jab. I jab him back, foot cross, and he makes sure he's right behind his shoulder, his chin is down, lead arm is across the body so it's not open for body shots. Jab, he's moving, I'm following him. Now you see how twisted up I am here. I'm very much out of position because I've overcommitted and overreached. Lean back a bit. Now I've totally messed myself up. Cross up, cross return first. Mayweather's like a master with shoulder roll, cross up, cross return. So, start with the lead foot at 12. As he jabs, I jab him back. His rear foot goes to 5. I throw my cross, and he wants to kind of draw the cross out by shifting his weight to that rear foot and leaning so that I overcommit like that, perfect, and fall into his next punch. So the idea is if he's over there and I haven't moved my feet to readjust, I'm going to start reaching. If he can draw me a little bit further, now all my weight's on my lead leg, I can't pull my head out of range or feet cross. So kind of back and draw them a little bit. Jab, I jab him back, foot across, cross across. And again, please, sir. How's the calf?
Yeah, I'll give this one. It's flat.
Jab, I jab him back, foot across, cross. I'm not turning my body and doing what I should do. I'm overreaching to try and catch him, which a lot of people do when they're a little bit excited. Yeah. So my feet don't move, only Will's feet move. Have you got it? That's 5. Off you go. Yeah, like the suck.
No, thinking about
Some of you going back in a straight line. There's nothing wrong with going back in a straight line. He gives me the jab. He moves his right leg back in the shoulder rolls. But he's missing out on messing up my stance because I'm in a good position to punch him here, aren't I? So he does it again. So I'm in a great position to still hit him. And even if he walks backwards a little bit, I'm okay. If he takes that step to the 5, I've twisted my whole body up and I've thrown myself off balance trying to reach him by committing all my body weight to this side of my stance. So that's why you want to go to the 5 rather than straight back again. So I'm trying to get him over here and it's just so hard for me to recover. So drift off towards the 5, not the 6. 6 is something over, going to the 5. Off go!